I love it. The guy who invented soul, no less. Welcome back. You're watching a performance from the Cooke book, the music of Sam Cooke. And Sam was considered by many to be the man who invented soul, and he had 29 top 40 hits.
Yeah, tragically, he was killed in Los Angeles in 1964, but his musical influence can still be felt today. So joining us now is Darian Ford. He's got a long history of musical influence as well. He is the creator of and performer in the Cooke book, going on this weekend. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Do you do
Thanks
any
for being
cooking
here.
as part of the show?
People ask me that all the time. So what kind of cooking do you do? Is it Asian infusions?
You cook up music.
We cook up music. We cook up a good time. A lot of Sam Cooke hits, of course, all the ones that people expect. Cupid, Twist and Rome, those. But we also do a lot of his kind of undiscovered material, a lot of the jazz interpretations, which is what actually brought me to building a show based on his life. You know, finding that range that he represented was quite impactful for me.
Yeah. Why do you think his music is so classic and timeless?
Well, I mean, like, you know, the lyrics are so, as I say, naturally human. Like, they're lyrics that everybody can relate to. Everybody thinks these things. He actually said that. He writes about what people are talking about and what they're thinking and feeling. So it's always relevant. The melodies, of course, are so catchy. Anything that you can whistle will last forever.
That's cute. I've never heard anybody say that before, but I get that.
Anything you can whistle will last forever.
I like that.
Yep,
do you have a favorite song? Because you perform so many as part of this show. Is there any one that's maybe touches your heart the most, or is just the most fun to perform?
He does this amazing rendition of Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen, which is an old spiritual. It's a very simple song, but his recording of it was so pure with just a guitar and like a little brush drum. It's a fantastic song, and every time I sing it, I find myself just kind of being lost, and it's one of my favorite songs for sure. I love Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen. I love Nobody Wants You When You're Down and Out. Again, I kind of lean towards those jazz interpretations more than a little bit more than the poppy songs. They actually are what brought me to my own voice after so many years.
Okay.
You know, those kinds of songs.
Well, and what brought you to the show, the Cooke book? I mean, you have an extensive musical theater background.
Yeah, I was doing a workshop in New York. Centered on music of the 50s and 60s, and I was researching it, and I discovered, like, you know, all the Nat King Cole songs, Mills Brothers, various singers at that time, and I discovered Sam Cooke's jazz works. And for a long time, I, like many people, many singers, was seeking a pop career. And although I was able to do it, it didn't feel like what I was supposed to be doing. And just like Sam, you know, he was prescribed a gospel career, but something in him wanted something else. I kind of felt very much that same way when I discovered Sam's music. Like, I heard my voice for the first time, it seemed like. It felt easy for the first time. I was always concerned about, you know, what was happening on the outside of my voice, and this time the music felt like it got inside, and so I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's important for people to know as we're looking at this video, and I'm glad we're playing it so people can kind of get the taste and flavor of what they'll see as part of the Cooke book performance. But it's only in Milwaukee this weekend, and then you've traveled the country. But people who want to take advantage of this and see this performance, it's a very limited opportunity just this weekend. So keep that in mind as you're thinking through listening to this and knowing that so many people will want to go. And I wonder about Sam Cooke, the man. I mean, as a musician, I mean, he's done so much for us, and his legacy is permanent. But what about him as a person? Is there anything that you found particularly inspiring, or, you know, difficulties that he overcame that were meaningful to you?
Well, one of the things that's most poignant to me about Sam is that in researching him and reading books, you know, and watching videos, was that he was really trying to live an unprecedented life in very restricted times. Like, you know, he was prescribed to being a gospel singer, but he wanted to do something much more than that. He wanted to, you know, eventually he launched his own record label, he launched his own publishing company in very restricted circumstances, which just says to me, like, you know, with all the access that we have, you know, you don't have to have a record label now. You can produce your own records and sell them online. You know, if he could do that with what he had available to him, despite all the adversity, then, like, you know, I should have the courage to do what my natural calling is, and not be afraid that, well, if I don't get a record deal, if I don't get enough selling, if I don't get enough access here, like, you know what I mean? Like, he had the courage to do what his heart told him to do, despite all the adversity, and so that's really impressive to me.
I like that, and I think that's a good lesson for everyone to kind of take in, make your own, just be your authentic self and hear your own voice.
Absolutely.
As you said, you know, find something that's easy for you.
Absolutely.
You know, if you want to see this show, you've got to head out this weekend because it's one weekend only going at the Marcus Center this weekend for the Performing Arts. It's 414-273-7206 to get tickets, or marcuscenter.org. And right now we are giving away 2 tickets for tonight. So only call if you can go tonight. Give us a call at 414-799-4444. Caller 8 will win those 2 tickets for tonight's show of the Cookbook. Thanks for being here, Darian.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you so much.